Hello and welcome to the next video in Project Maelstrom Productions, my thoughts on video series. I am just listening to AJJ Maelstrom, and I have to admit, guys, I like to read. I like to read a lot. I read travel books, I read science fiction, I read almost anything on religion, science, whatever, what have you. But I really touch pure fantasy stuff. No, I'm not really that big of a fantasy type guy. Star Wars, yeah, I watched that. And I'm just got into the Lord of the Rings movies. Wink, wink. And I would like to talk about my next topic for today, the Wizard of Oz book. The first of, I think, 12 or 13 of these books, and it's written by L. Frank Baum. Baum, how you pronounce the name? And whether you go by the Wonderful Wizard of Oz or Wizard of Oz, this book is awesome. It's great. Every child should read this book. And to help me along with it, I brought along a few friends. I'm gonna come out and say hi. Say hi to the audience. We have the Scarecrow. We have the Tin Man. And we have a woman that needs no introduction. My favorite person in the whole movie, in the whole book, by the way. The Wicked Witch of the West. And I rescue all three of these friends of mine from Now, before I begin talking about the Wizard of Oz book, I have to give a very special shout out to my Aunt Marie and Uncle Benny for letting me borrow this book for the reasons of doing this video. This book has spawned many good things, and a lot of merchandise as well. Some of which I own, some of which I don't own. First of all is the Monopoly game for the Wizard of Oz. You know, and although properties are based on the movie, of course, I thought that it's a very big topic, and I also have a very interesting piece right here. It's called, it's basically a shoots and ladders version of the Monopoly game, and this is it. I just picked this up at the market, and see, I don't know if you can see it. It says no reading required, which is fine because don't you need to read that symbol? You have to read that phrase. Also, for the same matter, don't you need to be able to read the instructions in the game itself? Okay, let me talk about this book. Well, for those of you who don't know the story, which I'm going to say is about maybe 2 or 3 people that don't know about this book. this book is great. It's magical. It led to the some of the best quotes in all of cinema. Like, and you can't forget about in the beginning of the book, you see Dorothy Gale being on a farm, and she is swept up to a political cause by a tornado. Twister, you lied to me. I will get you back, Twister. But if I knew that tornadoes could do that, you could definitely I could definitely move to Hawaii that way. But more seriously, she ended up going to she ended up killing the Wicked Witch of the East with her house. And yeah, this book is quite violent, especially for witches and animals. It's a good thing that Peter wasn't around when this book was made. Or some people would have some bitching and moaning to do about it. Yeah, I forgot to mention, this book came out in 1900, and the book kind of shows it, because the language is very, around the time-ish. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, so, I got all of the clips of this movie from this movie, the VHS 15th anniversary copy of it. Yeah, I know that there's a DVD version of it, but the book came out in 1900, and this came out in 1939, so it kind of goes hand in hand with each other, and you need to get some good historical perspective, damn it. Anyway, now, this book, besides the animal and witch abuse in the book, also has to do with a very sensitive topic. Now, I say it's serious because I have no problem with this, but apparently conservatives do. I remember that when Harry Potter came out, there was a huge problem with the amount of witchcraft that was in the movie. So, that being said, I put in a very special clip for what I think happens to conservatives when a film or a book are introduced with the topic of witchcraft in it. And this is what happens when the word witchcraft is mentioned. Let's try it out, shall we? Witchcraft. So anyway, after Dorothy recovers from murdering the Wicked Witch of the East, she gets informed that she can get help along by the Wizard of Oz. And so she goes down the jailbreak road. If I were her, I would probably try to rip some of that brick off, and put it in a basket or whatnot to try to for later, but it's neither here nor there. So she goes across the scarecrow who's on that pole in a cornfield, and she tries to, she rescues him, and he wants the wizard to go get him a brain. I would say to go to college, but many people who go to college come out just as stupid or even dumber than what they do when they come in. So unfortunately I can't sit up for him to go to college, but she joins parties with her so that they go together to the wizard. Now, along the travels also they meet the Tin Woodman, which is already say in the book there. The Tin Woodman. Yeah. Let me get the characters out for you again. Tin Man. And Scarecrow. Sorry, but I couldn't win Dorothy in the machine. I tried to, but I couldn't find her. So these guys are going across the Yellow Road, and then they find the lion. Now the lion is a quadruped in the book. I don't know why they changed it in the movie, but he's a quadruped in the book. And he wants courage because he's for lack of a better term, he's a pussy. He's afraid of everything in the world. So he goes with them after scaring the living hell out of them, and he must go with them also to find the wizard. Now, it's important to know that during their rather interesting little journey, Dorothy encounters a bunch of magical items and things around her. While meeting the Munchkins, let's go down here for a minute. The Munchkins. She also meets the Winkies too, and she also meets the China people. When I say that, I don't mean Chinese people. I mean these are people literally made out of porcelain, and they look real beautiful. They're covered in one of the movies that will be covered soon. Anyway, and then of course you got the monkey that attacked them, and then there are some parts where bees get killed. There are some parts where a bunch of crows attack them and get killed too. And there are also field mice that are nice, that help out Dorothy and company. I also love that movie. Now, I would highly recommend that you guys if you were to show this to your children and get them into the whole fantasy thing, I recommend that you involve them with the book first, because it's so much better. And while I was reading this book, after seeing the movie many times before as a child, I can honestly say you will get all these songs that were in the musical movie stuck in your head so you can't get them out. It's kind of annoying, actually. But, the book is great. And then, when they come across the Wicked Witch of the West, which is by far, in my opinion, the best witch ever made. You can keep Maleficent, you can keep, Maleficent, you can keep every other witch imaginable, all your Halloween. This is where it comes from. This is probably where your ideas of witchcraft and witches and Halloween stuff comes from. Oh yeah, the sisters from Hocus Pocus, all of them owe this woman a nice salute. And Frank Obama was the one. Frank Obama is the one that created the Wicked Witch of the West. Thank you. So, after they destroy the witch in the book, they show quite clearly that Darth Gale, that's a lot of times Gale, purposely killed the witch with a bucket of water, but in the movie it was more accidental. I think that any child would like this book because it's very simple, it's very easy to pick up and read, it's short, and it's small, but even though it's like that, it had a big impact on society. You've seen that. I show you all the merchandise that I have, but trust me when I say there's a whole lot more than that. Now, there's even a slot machine dedicated to that. I'm sure that's what Frank Baum wanted. A gambling machine that was in the image of his Innocent Sweet Dorothy and Friends. I think it's a good franchise there. Okay, now so you know the story about her defeating the Wicked Witch and them getting the powers and stuff, and them getting the gifts and stuff. The Scarecrow gets, instead of an actual brain, he gets a brain filled with bran and pins put into his head, and then the Tin Man gets, instead of the heart that's in the movie, he gets a soft heart made of silk and stuffing put into his chest cavity. That's just fine. He licks out of a bowl of like something like milk, and gets a bowl of he gets a bowl of courage, which he once he drinks, he feels brave and stuff. There's one thing though, at the end of the book, all three of the characters, excluding Dorothy, gets to roll over kingdom. I forgot which kingdom it was, but and everything all good, sin good and well and done. But the Tin Man over here, in his origin story, he talk about how he's had a lover in the beginning of the book, and that Wicked Witch of the East cast a spell on him and stuff. But toward the end of the book, that is never resolved. For we know, she could still be loving it, wanting him back and stuff. She would get old and not know if he loved her or not. So that's the only thing that I want to know about the book, that I didn't find out in the end of the book. But I gotta say, there is one thing that was covered in the book better than in the movie. You know, besides all the stuff that was omitted from the movie altogether, was that during the part with the poppy field, you know, never explained why the lion and the and girl Dorothy were fell asleep during the poppy field scene, but it never explained why the other two aren't. It turns out that it's because they were inorganic and they didn't need to breathe in toxic fumes from the poppies. But other than that, everything is pretty good in the book here. They have the hammerheads. They have a lot of magical stuff that isn't in the movie. Like I said, the Tailmites, the hammerheads, the golden cap. You know, when I thought about doing this book, I also thought about doing what I called Oz trilogy of movies. And boy, I got what to say about the two. Okay, so eventually I will do the Great and Powerful. The original 1939 was a Fox movie, which, by the way, should not be remade because it's Fox. And I think many people will be pissed off at it. And then newly released, not newly released, but the most recently seen movie of Return of Oz, which I only first saw in I think January or February. Yes, I am aware that they made a video game for it, but if you want to see it on James Roth's AVGN, The Wizard of Oz, because I'm not a masochist and I don't want to play that game because it's this thick. But the great book, you should know what to read the book. It's only 156 pages. There's no excuse. Reading is important, so let your children read something fantastical. Another thing too, they portray Oz as a real place. It's a real place like my town or Good City or whatever. It's a real place. In the book at least. So now, as per tradition with these videos, I would like to show you how to play for you a song that everybody knows the first lyric too. I know about the rest of it. This is Judy Garland singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Bravo. No, Dr. Gale went over the rainbow, but I can do better than that. I can taste the rainbow. Now, there are some people out there who can see political interpretation and symbolism in this book. I can't. So does that make me stupid? No, it doesn't. To me, it's only a pure fantasy book, and I'm gonna win at that. So, if anyone wants to read a good book, or if anyone wants to get the children involved in a good book, read this book. Not the stupid copy because it's all hell, but you get the idea. Read the book or the books. You can buy them wherever book is sold. And thank you for watching my movie on The Wizard of Oz. Short story. Please enjoy my other videos and join the Project Maelstrom Facebook group. I'm Facebook, and remember, no dream is too small, and always reach for the stars. Except if you have to go in a cycle to get there. Tools